Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome to your Move Better at Balance video. So as you can tell, we're gonna work on balance like I just said. So all we need for this workout is just your body, a chair, something to hold on to so you don't lose your balance, safety first. I do have a dumbbell if you want to add some intensity to it. So mine's about a five pound dumbbell, but you can go as light as to a 1 pound dumbbell. Like I said, we're working balance here, so weights are just kind of extra credit. Let us get warmed up if you guys are ready. I'm gonna get warmed up seated. You can do this warm up standing if you would like, but we will be doing enough standing, so feel free to sit down if you want. All right, let's start with some deep breathing. So inhale through the nose and exhale. Good, 2 more like that. Inhale and exhale. Good, 1 more. Inhale through the nose, fill up those lungs nice and tall. And exhale, good. All right, come on up. We're gonna move on to some neck tilt. So bringing that left ear to the left shoulder, gently pull away with that right shoulder. Nice little stretch here. Good, pull those abs in. All right, let's bring the chin down towards the chest. Gently rock it back and forth here. Good, all right, bring it towards your other ear. So this time, right ear towards your right shoulder and gently pull away with that left shoulder. One more time to the center, chin to chest, gently rock it back and forth. All right, come on up. Let's move it down to the shoulders. Shoulder shrugs here. So bring the shoulders up to your ears, lower back down, up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's turn these shrugs into some shoulder rolls to the back of the room. So roll it back. Make it bigger if you want. Add your elbows. You can make it even bigger. Add your arms. Good. I'm gonna go somewhere in between. Good. All right, let's reverse these shoulder rolls. Take it to the front. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna start to stretch out the upper body. We're doing an overhead reach with one hand, one side rather. So your right arm reaches over, pull down. Stay on that side, reach, pull down. Reach, bring that elbow towards your rib cage. Good, 6 more here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take it to the other side. Left arm reaches, pull down. Reach and pull down. 3. Good. Feel a nice stretch down the side here. 5, 6, 7. Good. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and bring your hands towards the center and just rock back and forth or rotate at that trunk. Knees stay forward, feet are flat on the ground. That movement is just from the belly button up. Just getting that back, those abs, that core nice and warm here. Good. We're gonna add some front reaches to this. So we're reaching across the table. Get a nice stretch in that upper back. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring the arms out to the side now and reach side to side. Keep your butt in that chair. We're not lifting it off the chair at all. That movement is just in that rib cage. You're just kind of shifting from side to side, trying to touch this wall and then that wall. that wall, and then this wall. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Stay like this. Now we're gonna do some helicopter arms. So reaching towards our ankle, the side of our ankle, that other arm reaches towards the ceiling or points towards the ceiling. Nice stretch down the side there. Don't forget to breathe. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, bring it in. Bring those knees in. We're gonna do some contralateral movements and get the brain working here. So I'm gonna reach my right hand to my left toe and switch, okay? So opposite limb movements. Getting that core fired up, getting that brain working. We'll need that. Good. Reach and reach, giving it a nice little stretch in the back of the legs while getting those quadriceps, the top of the legs, nice and warm here. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're gonna do some hamstring sweeps. So stretching the back of our legs. Wide stance here. You're at the edge of your chair. You're gonna take your hands and go on the opposite sides of your foot, or on both sides of your foot. Switch directions, or switch feet rather. So your chest comes towards your thigh. Bring it up. You wanna feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg. So think about getting that chest towards your thigh. Don't worry about going lower, touching the ground or touching your foot. You just want to get your chest a little closer to that thigh to give you a nice stretch in the back of your leg. 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring it in. Let's roll out those joints. So bring the left foot and left hand up. Roll out those wrists and ankles. Draw a circle with your fingers and toes. Good. Loosen up those joints, those ligaments. We want those ready for our balance work. And lower. Right side comes up. Same thing. Draw a circle. Get those joints nice and loose. Nice and gentle here. Good. And lower down. All right, last thing on our warm-up, we're gonna do some toe to heel rock. So dig your toes in, rock back on your heels. I'll scooch back a little so you guys can hopefully see me. I don't know if you can see my feet, but you're coming up on your toes, rocking back on your heels. Kind of massaging your feet on the ground. Lift those toes when you come back on your heels. Get those Achilles, calves, and shins nice and warm. All right, we're gonna begin our balance workout the way I always begin my classes, with a sit to stand. So don't worry about how many you do. You don't need to add weight. I just want you to focus on good quality sit to stands. 2 and 1, good. All right, I got my dumbbell. I'm gonna use the dumbbell just to show you what it looks like. If you need to use your armrest to get out of your chair, don't use a dumbbell, obviously. So, feet back, shoulder width apart. Your weight is gonna be in your heels. You're gonna push through your heels, okay, to keep you from coming on your toes. So we're coming up standing, slowly come down into your sitting. I want you to control the standing and the sitting. So we're not just falling down into our chairs, we're slowly lowering. So we're really using those leg muscles. We want to keep them nice and strong. If you don't use it, you lose it, and we don't want to use these muscles in our legs. Life gets very hard when we don't have those muscles. Good. 6, 5. Go at your own pace. You can go faster than me. You can go slower. Good. Let's do one more, and then we're going to stay standing. Good. Stay here. I'm going to come to the edge of my seat. All right. So single leg work here. Make sure you guys can see me, and so you can see my feet. I'm going to load my leg with my weight. I'm going to bring my knee up, okay? This is what it looks like if you use a dumbbell. I'm gonna put that weight on that leg so my knee is bringing that weight up just to add a challenge. We're working balance here. Don't worry about that extra challenge. Just focus on balancing on that loaded leg while we bring that knee up. You have your chair or whatever surface you have to balance on right next to you if you need it. Good, 6 more. We're gonna hold it for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job. Turn down my music. All right, now we're gonna work on a lateral movement. So we worked on a forward movement with that knee raise. Now we're bringing that leg out to the side, okay? I'm using that dumbbell just for added resistance, but you don't need it. We're working on balance, okay? So you've loaded that left leg. That right leg is getting you off balance by coming out to the side, okay? You can also just tap that foot, okay? And you can also hold on to your chair. So lots of different choices here. 6 more, and we're gonna hold it. 5, good, abs pulled in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job. All right. Your next movement, get rid of your dumbbell. We don't need it. We're now taking that movement to the back of the room. It looks like this from a side view. That right foot now comes towards the back of the room. I want you to focus on squeezing that butt muscle. That will actually help you with your balance, okay? You can also just tap that foot, okay? It does not have to leave the ground, all right? But I want you to focus on loading that working leg, that left leg. That's what we're challenging our balance on right now. So your right foot comes towards the back of the room, lower back down. You have your chair if you need it. You can also tap that toe. Find something to look at, a place to fix your gaze. Keep your abs pulled in. Squeeze those glutes. Good. 6 more. You guessed it. We're going to hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job. Shake it out. All right, let's go into some heel raises. We are going to change our stance. The good news is both feet are on the ground for this. It's not going to be a single leg. We're going to go into a tandem stance or a staggered stance. So it's kind of like you're walking a tightrope, but then you're stepping out, okay? So your feet are kind of staggered. You're not completely on a tightrope. It makes it a little bit easier. If you want that challenge, if the staggered stance is too easy, tightrope it. Bring that toe behind that heel, okay? We're gonna come up on our toes, lower back down, okay? Come up, lower down, up, lower down. Hold on to your chair if you need to. That working leg, the one we've been balancing on and working on, is in front. Good. 6. 6 more, and we're gonna hold it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job. All right, we're gonna move on to a moving balance move. I usually like to throw in something where we're moving and catching our balance because in life, we're usually moving. We're not really standing stationary. So we're gonna start with a lateral step. I'm just stepping laterally, side to side. Be behind your chair or have something in front of you if you need that support to keep you safe. Your lateral step does not have to be very wide. It can be about shoulder width apart, whatever feels comfortable to you. Make it more challenging if you want by widening that lateral step. It's almost like we're getting ready to go inline skating or ice skating. just a bit. We're gonna hold it, okay? So you're gonna do step, step, and hold. So in these steps, we're building momentum. We're going to make it hard for us, but we're going to get stronger with our balance. So I will show you what it looks like. Join me when you're ready. So step, step, and hold. Step, step, and hold. Step, step, and hold. Good. Step, step, and hold. Step, step, hold. Good. Make sure you have something to hold on to in front of you in case you need it. This is a little bit more advanced, but it's functional because we're usually moving. Good. Step. Last one here. Hold. Good work. All right. Let's do those movements on the other side. We don't want to be lopsided, right? So we're now going to load the weight in our right leg. That dumbbell is in our left hand. If you want to use it, we're going to raise our left knee, okay? So that knee comes up, lower down. I'm barely tapping that toe on the floor before I'm lifting that knee again. Abs pulled in. Good, you got your chair here if you need it. 5 more, and we're gonna hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, good job, shake it up. All right. Moving on to that abduction, moving that leg away from the body. Load that right leg again. Have your chair or your service nearby that you're using to help support you. Bring that left leg out, bring it back in. Squeeze that glute, that side of the leg. Abs are pulled in. Find some place to fix your gaze. Good. 5 more, and we're gonna hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job. Shake it out. All right, I'm gonna get rid of my dumbbell. I don't need it for the next movement. We're doing that hip extension, so now bringing that leg to the back of the room. Lead with your heel as you bring it back, or tap that toe behind you, okay? Either way, you're focusing on balancing on that right leg, that loaded leg, okay? So here we go. Let me scooch back so you can see me better. Bring that foot out, bring it back in. Pull those abs in. Good, squeeze that glute. Find some place to stare at. Something in the ground, something on the wall. Good, 6 more. We're gonna hold it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job. Shake it out. Nicely done. All right. We got those heel raises. We're going to either do it staggered stance to where you have one foot behind you and to the side, or if you want that extra challenge, you're on a tightrope. You got that toe behind that heel, okay? We're going to come up on our toes, lower back down. Come up, hold it, lower down. Good. Up, 3, up, 4, good. Keep those abs pulled in. I'm going to keep saying it. 6, good. 6 more, and we'll hold it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job, shake it out. All right, we're gonna change up our movement. So before we were doing that lateral step, hold. Now we're just gonna march it out and do a march, hold. So I'm showing you what it looks like, but find something to have in front of you so you can hold on to it, okay? Or even to the side. Make sure there's something nearby. We don't want you falling over. So we're just getting this march down. Not too hard, right? Doesn't have to be very big. We can do this. In just a bit, I'm gonna slow it down and add a march, hold. So we're building momentum. We're gonna make it hard with this movement. This marching is gonna make it a little more difficult because we really have to work on our balance in that hold. It looks like this. When you're ready, you can join me. So march, hold. March, hold. March, hold. March, hold. Good. March, hold. March, hold. March, hold. March, hold. Good. Almost there. March, hold. March, hold. One more each direction. And march, hold. Good work. All right. We're gonna do some bird dogs here. We usually try to incorporate those in all of our balance classes because they are so important. They are a great exercise to work on that core and that balance. So I'm gonna show you a couple of different variations. You can start up here. You can come to your armrest, or more advanced would be on your seat. A bird dog is just contralateral movement. So when my left arm comes up, my right foot comes back. We're gonna bring it in, and then the right arm, left foot come back. We're gonna stay on one side, okay? So when my left arm comes out, my right leg is coming back. I'm being stretched from opposite ends. So someone's pulling on my arm and someone's pulling on my leg in opposite directions. I'm getting nice and long. The movement is only in your limbs. Your trunk, your hips are parallel to the ground. They're staying stationary. They're not swiveling. They're not moving. They're staying completely still. The movement is just in those limbs, okay? So let's start on one side and then we'll hit the other side. So I'm gonna start at the more advanced setup with my hands on the seat, okay? You can absolutely start up here. It works, it's going to be challenging no matter what. So I'm gonna be here, everything comes out, bring it back in, stay on that side. So we're squeezing that glute and that back. Your whole posterior chain, which is all the muscles in your back, are working here. Good. We have 6 more. 5, 4, 3, and then we're gonna hold it. You guessed it, 2, and 1. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, bring it in. Relax, shake it out. Good work, that's not easy. Let's hit that other side. So get yourself set up wherever your level is. Now we're gonna even things out. Right hand, left leg, lower down. Stretch and lower. Keep those abs pulled in, lower. Don't swivel your hips. Good. Squeeze those glutes. Good. 5 more. We're gonna hold it. You got it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good work. Slowly make your way to your seat. Whew, good job. All right, we're gonna do a couple ab movements and then we're gonna cool it down. So your first ab movement, see if I can show you a better angle. We're gonna be at the edge of our seat. You're gonna lean back in your seat, your arms are out in front of you, and you're just rotating. So I'm not resting my back on the seat. Let me show you. My back is not really on the seat. I'm hovering my back over the back of my seat. My abs are working to keep me like this, okay? So they are engaged the whole time. My obliques, the sides of my abs, are working in this trunk rotation. Good, we're almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. I'm gonna stay at this angle so you can see my next movement. We're still at the edge of our seat. This time I'm gonna let you rest on the back of that seat. Don't fall asleep. We're almost done and then you can fall asleep. But knee tucks here, okay? So now we're working the lower abs. We worked the top and the sides, that last movement. Let's work the lower abs. That's a hard area to target, but we can do it with these, okay? So bringing those knees up towards your chest. Bring them up as high as you can. Tap those heels on the ground and then switch. Breathe out as that knee comes in. Use that breath to help you. If that is not challenging enough, double time it. Both knees come up. Breathe out. Good. Almost there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Whew. I feel that. I don't know about you guys. All right, let's cool it down, shall we? All right, come to your seat. Get this stuff out of the way. All right, we're gonna start with some deep breathing. Let's inhale through the nose, fill up those lungs, stretch those abs that we just worked. Exhale, out the mouth. 2 more like that. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale. 1 more here. Inhale. And exhale. All right, round it on up nice and slow. Slowly walk your way to the left side of your chair. Grab the back of that chair if you can. Keep your knees pointed forward, feet flat on the ground. Nice little stretch in the back here. Good. All right, slowly make your way to the other side. Keep those feet on the ground, knees pointed forward. All right, walk it on over. All right, let's interlace those fingers and press them out in front of you. Bring your chin to your chest and separate your shoulder blades. Round that spine, feel a nice stretch in that upper back. Feel your breathing return to normal, your heart rate return to normal. All right, let's bring this up to the ceiling. Get nice and tall here. Elongate that spine, stretch out those abs. Get as tall as you can. Let's bring it over to the left. Good, get a nice stretch in that side. Keep those feet on the ground, that butt in the seat. Don't start to lift off. Keep that butt in the seat. Good, up towards the ceiling. And now over to the right. Good, bring it on down. Good work. All right, let's stretch out our shoulders. So right arm comes across your chest. Gently hug it in with your left arm. You can kind of just cradle it in the crevice of that elbow of your left arm. Gently hug it in towards you. Nice little stretch in that shoulder. Let's switch sides. Left arm comes over, gently hug it in with your right, either at the elbow, at the upper arm, the forearm, wherever feels comfortable to you. You're just kind of hugging your arm into your chest so you feel a nice stretch in that shoulder. All right, bring it down. All right, let's stretch out your lower body. So we're gonna bring out the left leg. It's nice and straight. We're gonna hinge at the waist and fold that chest over your thigh, nice flat back. Don't worry about touching your toe. Just think about getting your chest close to your thigh. Point that toe up towards you and you'll get a nice stretch all along the back of your leg. All right, round it on up. Let's hit that other side. Right leg comes out. Fold that chest over your thigh. Point that toe up towards you. All right, round it on up. Let's stretch out our glutes and our lower back. So you can bring your left ankle over your right ankle and with a nice flat back, fold over your lap. If you don't quite feel it like that, bring that ankle over your right knee and fold over your lap like that. You can even press down on that knee gently for more of a stretch in that glute and lower back. Sometimes I like to stretch out my calves here a little bit more. Pushing my toe up. All right, let's switch sides now. So right ankle over your left, nice flat back, fold on over, or right ankle over your left knee and fold over that way and even press down on that knee for more of a stretch. All right, round it on up. Good job. Place both feet on the ground. Let's end with one more big inhale and exhale. Okay, so inhale through the nose, fill up those lungs, get nice and tall. Exhale out of the mouth. Good job. You guys are all done with your Move Better Balance class. Good work. I hope you feel a little bit more better with your balance. But keep coming back to see me.